The next session, we have Dimple Rowe from Walgreens. She's going to be talking about omni-channel path to purchase, which to me is so exciting because in marketing, it used to be called, multi-channel. There's so many different names, but there's so many channels that it's omni-channel now. And Dimple joined Walgreens digital team 5 years ago. And during that time, she's played several roles. In her current role, she is a product strategy and vision manager for the digital pharmacy business. Walgreens is reimagining convenience by leveraging their physical and digital footprints to create frictionless customer experiences. She is going to tell us all about how Walgreens customer experience is evolving, the lessons they've learned, and how they leverage those for the future of Walgreens digital healthcare. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? I'm usually before lunch, and people can't wait to get out. And now I'm after lunch, and I'm sure you're falling asleep. My colleague, Erica, had actually suggested I have you guys get up and do jumping jacks, and I thought about it for a moment, but we're going to refrain. I'm just going to try to keep this presentation interesting. So, like Hope said, I'm Dimple Rao. I head up the digital pharmacy team at Walgreens. So my team is responsible for our core pharmacy business that originates through digital channels, web, email, SMS, our mobile app. For those of you who are wondering what this is essentially the digital manifestation of services our pharmacists offer in store. So help with refills and transfers of prescriptions, answering key health-related questions, providing you the status of your meds, etc. So today I want to speak to you about how Walgreens is using its digital footprint in conjunction with its physical footprint to create great customer experiences that help our patients get, stay, and live well. So for years, we literally used to measure distance in miles and minutes. We used to all recite facts like 66% of Americans live within 2 miles of a Walgreens, etc. Digital has fundamentally changed the nature of retail convenience, putting a brand new pressure on Walgreens to redefine convenience once again. Now we like to say we measure distance in inches and seconds. We see digital as a key enabler that's going to help us redefine convenience over the next several decades. The lines between the physical and digital world are getting increasingly blurry. Quick poll. How many people know how many Americans watched the Super Bowl last year? Anyone? Guesses? Okay. It was 115 million. And advertisers spent about $5 million for a 30-second spot. In contrast, 200 million Americans log on to Facebook every day. In the last year, on mobile alone, 18 to 49-year-olds spend more time on YouTube than any other broadcast or cable TV network. On the health side, 1 out of every 20 searches on Google is about a health-related issue. In the coming year, Google is bringing some much-needed validity to the world of healthcare search through a database that covers the 400 top medical conditions that are searched and that have been extensively fact-checked by doctors at the Mayo Clinic. Many countries, including the US, more searches happen on mobile devices than on computers. And you get a pretty fascinating reality. Mobile sessions that average about 1 minute and 10 seconds, dozens and dozens of times a day. So my point here is simple. Digital has really transformed the way we speak with our customers. And as retailers, we're finding opportunities to engage with them in ways that we never have before. Companies need to anticipate all the ways in which their customers want to interact with their business and build experiences that meet those customer needs. And that, in essence, is what omnichannel is. Sometimes our customers are starting online, say on Facebook, and ending up at our store. Sometimes they're coming to our store, but completing their journey on one of our digital properties. Sometimes they're using our app from their couch at home. These are all moments for us to create powerful digital experiences that weave in and around the store to create one seamless Walgreens experience. At Walgreens, we use product and marketing as a platform to create great customer experiences. Most patients today are using digital to learn about their treatment options way before they get to the doctor's office or the pharmacy. So this presentation is going to be about how we use the right products, services, and content in conjunction with the right channel, context, and moments to deliver omni-channel experiences that exceed our customers' expectations. So a quick story. Some time ago, my then 2-year-old comes to me with this really sad face and says, "Mommy, my throat hurts." So in typical new mom fashion, I am so worried, and I go to my husband, who says, "Ask her where her throat is." So I go to my daughter and I said, "Zara, can you show me where your throat is?" And this is where she points to. We also call this the throat and knee syndrome. So, most of us are much better at knowing what's hurting. But in reality, the web can be a very scary and difficult place to navigate when it comes to your health. Those of you in the room that may have taken a completely banal symptom and used Google to come up with a life-threatening diagnosis know what I'm talking about. So you might ask yourself, what does Walgreens have to do with this? A lot. Chronically ill patients today probably see their pharmacist more often than they see their doctor. There is a tremendous amount of trust our patients put in us when it comes to managing their health. And we are now at an inflection point where that brand trust is leading people to digital. In addition to waiting in the store to talk with a pharmacist, they're coming online to chat with one. In addition to calling our pharmacy to ask about side effects, they're coming to Walgreens.com to look at side effects reported by other patients like themselves. So with this in mind, the digital pharmacy team has aligned their product portfolio around 5 key principles. Empower them, make it easy for our patients to manage health on their own terms. Remind them, helpful reminders that make medication adherence simple. Connect them, help our patients manage their own health as well as that of their loved ones. Inform them, provide relevant health and wellness information online. And finally, reward them, provide incentives for healthy behaviors. So let's talk about how these principles manifest themselves. Patient empowerment is really at the heart of our value proposition. Every product in our portfolio is designed around letting our patients take control of their health. Refill by Scan was one of our first innovations in frictionless refills. In order to order your prescription, you can just scan your pill bottle using our mobile app. We took a task that used to take several minutes and compressed it to a few seconds, and our customers love it. This was one of the reviews we saw in our app. This was so much fun. I wish I had more prescriptions to fill. It's probably the first time in history that someone has said something like this, right? But it is really the power of nailing a great frictionless experience. Today in our mobile app, patients can take a picture of their new insurance card and send it directly to our pharmacy. Pharmacy staff can then update their insurance information during off-peak hours, freeing up peak hours for real customer care. Every month, thousands of insurance cards are uploaded through our mobile app. These are thousands of patients that would have otherwise waited in line or called a store to have their insurance information updated. Prescription status is one of the top reasons our patients call the pharmacy. We have brought the status online to alleviate some of this call volume. Every day, more than 50,000 patients come online to check the status of their medications. In 2015, we partnered with a company called MD Live to bring doctor consults online. Our holy grail was, imagine you're sitting on your couch with a sinus infection, you bring up your phone, you speak with a doctor, he prescribes you an antibiotic, you order it through the app, or he sends it directly to our pharmacy, and then using our same-day delivery feature, you have your medication delivered to your home, right? So this is truly where we want to get to. So today we're available in 37 states and working to get to full coverage. And we liken this experience to having a doctor in your pocket. Rivo Reminders are another area where keeping things simple has produced big results for us. We predict when our patients are running low on their medications and proactively remind them that a refill might be due. To order a refill, all the patient has to do is simply reply to the email or text. There's no logging in, no complicated passwords to remember, no annoying or interrupting phone calls. Simple. But remembering to order and picking up your medications is simply the first part to getting your health back on track. Equally important is remembering to take your medications as prescribed. Medication adherence is about 50% amongst patients with chronic diseases, but without medication management, it is impossible to control their disease. The pill reminder feature in our mobile app and on the Apple Watch is a great feature we've designed that makes it easy to never forget to take your medications on time. We have partnered with trusted brands like WebMD and Patients Like Me to also bring rich wellness information online. Whether you're a new mom trying to understand which OTC meds you can give your child, or a busy professional looking for information about travel vaccines, we are here in your I want to know moments. So today we do almost one chat every minute. And the best part is you don't even have to be a Walgreens patient to use this feature. We believe just being there for our customers when they need them gets us in the game. To put things in perspective, 1 out of 3 smartphone users has purchased a brand or product different than the one they originally intended to, just because they got the information they need at the right point in time. So we believe this kind of expert online support is going to be key in the coming years as we look to increase digital adoption and also build our brand. Given most of our patients are chronically ill and the increase in life expectancy amongst our patients, we see caregiver support as becoming increasingly important for us. Today, Walgreens patients can use our digital channels to fill prescriptions, check the prescription status, etc., for themselves, as well as people they're caring for, a sick child, a sick parent, etc. But connecting for us goes beyond your family. Digital presents new opportunities in the way patients are managing their health, and we've heard about some of that through social media and all of the other talks this morning. So I want to share with you a couple of testimonials that struck me when I was looking at connectivity. I feel like the healthcare industry is finally getting it. My hospital has a Facebook page. The drug company shares newly released treatment information through Twitter. And my insurer even has these interactive games that help manage my diet and exercise. The virtual aspect of social media, I believe, creates this comfortable, often anonymous environment where people can engage with each other and share information. Somehow, just sharing knowledge and experiences with people at all stages of my disease tends to lessen the severity of it for me, and I hope for them. So our goal in the coming years is simple. We want to build communities around our patients and enable them to create user-generated content that can be rapidly distributed to enable open two-way dialogue amongst these communities. Connecting to us also means aligning bricks and clicks. In-store mode is another feature we've developed that helps our patients seamlessly work with Walgreens, whether they're in-store, online, or using the mobile app. But we realized we're not the only ones in this space. In the last 5 years, more than 150,000 health apps have flooded the market. Developers are creating some really brilliant stuff, and we want to get in on their success. So we transformed our pharmacy business into a platform called the Walgreens Developer Program. Third-party app developers can use our APIs to allow their users to fill Walgreens scripts without leaving their app. We have more than 25 such partnerships today, the most notable being WebMD. Finally, let's talk about rewards. We already have a pretty robust balanced rewards program. So through BRHC, Walgreens patients can get points for healthy activities like exercise, measuring their blood glucose or blood pressure, smoking cessation, etc. But we think there's more we can do to engage our patients. Health gamification is where we see the market headed and where we want to be. So why is gamification important right now? Reimbursements are moving from volume-based to outcomes-based. Patients and caregivers are investing more in their health and that of their loved ones. And finally, the maturing of Gen Y that has grown up around game-based interfaces. So why do we care about gamification? Gamification presents a good way to engage with our patients, which is going to be critical for behavior change. Gamification allows us to make healthcare a little bit fun, which can be inherently difficult. And finally, concepts like leaderboards and competitions resonate with a lot of people and incentivize them to take action. So this was a quote I came across. I recently had a family member experience cancer, and I saw this and it really struck me. I don't presume to think that we can make having cancer into a purely fun experience, but we have data to show that when we give cancer patients gamified experiences to manage their prescriptions, it improves their emotional state and also adherence to their protocol. So we've gotten a lot of momentum in the last few years. Mobile continues to be a great channel for us, and today represents more than 50% of the digital pharmacy business. We fill more than one prescription every second from a mobile device, and we think this is really a testament to a series of frictionless experiences we have built over the last few years. For years, we have argued about whether digital is just channel shift. Today, we have data that proves otherwise. Patients who receive digital Rivo Reminders are more adherent and fill more prescriptions at Walgreens. In pure business value, omni-channel customers spend 6 times more with Walgreens than customers who only shop with us in-store. But it's more than just business value. We are also creating a lot of customer loyalty. Some time ago, we did a review of all of our content that we have through our app reviews. And we found that after Walgreens, the most commonly used word to describe our app was love. So that was just an incredible feeling, and it is really very rewarding to see that our customers recognize the amount of effort we put into their customer feedback, and also to always do right by the customer. We have abandoned the if we build it, they will come approach. And we're actively looking at all of our digital all of our channels when we look to engage with our customers. So we have a lot of channels at our disposal, but we tend to be pretty selective when it comes to what we're using to engage our customers. You guys already know this. Health is a pretty personalized journey and has a lot of regulatory concerns. And depending on where the patient is in their journey, some channels seem to work better and are more preferred than others. For instance, a patient that has been newly diagnosed with a chronic condition might prefer a more personalized, discreet email or phone call. Someone who has been living with diabetes for a long period of time is more attuned with their community through social media. So we are essentially working through product and marketing as a platform to understand what channel we need to use at what point in time to engage. Ultimately, we succeed by focusing on the consumer and our capabilities. So it's not just about building the right product or the right content. We have to present that at the right moment, in the right context, and through the right channel. Some of you in the room might be familiar with Google's micro moments framework, the I want to know, I want to go, I want to buy, I want to do. Mobile has presented a great opportunity for us to engage with these customers in their micro moments. People are using their mobile devices when they're trying to make a decision, learn something new, or get something accomplished. Our product and marketing platform helps connect the dots across these micro moments so that we can tell a single story across devices, channels, and formats. So we have a lot of first-party data that provides nearly limitless options for personalization and measurement. You start with the what, when, how often, where. Layer on tracking to find the same customer across different channels. And then we have the customer interest, right? So now we have a really rich picture of unlimited custom targets. Is this a new parent? Is this an acute patient? Is this patient new to therapy? And then finally, we have a lot of end-to-end measurement. How did these campaigns do? Test versus control. Which channels can we attribute this to? What is our media efficiency, etc.? So, Liz said we shouldn't indulge in pity parties. I have pity parties all the time. If only I could do this, if only I could do that. At the end of the day, it is a highly regulated channel. PHI seems to be this overarching word that follows me. But what we have also found is I have made best friends with our privacy team, right? So I was sharing this with some folks from Baxter. We keep trying to push the envelope a little bit at a time. The one lesson we have learned along the way is customers' expectations are changing, and what they will allow you to do is changing. So for instance, in our Rivo Reminder emails, we can't include any PHI, so we can't put your drug name, your dosage information. So suddenly you get a really watered down email that says drug 123 XXX XXX is due for a refill. We worked with our privacy team to get our patients to provide consent to see PHI in their emails. So today, Walgreens patients can say, I opt in to see PHI, and suddenly a refill reminder becomes a lot more powerful. We find these patients that opt in convert twice as well as patients that have not opted in to PHI. So this is an area that we keep exploring, and we keep seeing what can we do that is within the legal bounds, but also helps our patients and is a win-win situation for both parties. So I want to share with you 3 lessons that we have learned along the way. The first one is to focus on the customer. So customer stories and solutions should guide your investment. We have a dedicated UX and CX perspective in-house. It's important to have a single view of the customer across channels and devices, but equally important is automating marketing across these channels. The second is ensure you're looking at where customer experiences are headed and not necessarily in your own space. We take a lot of inspiration from other industries like banking, like beauty, as we develop our product roadmap. And the last one is to invest in and incent innovation. We have this concept of fail fast. We take a lot of risks. We develop dozens and dozens of POCs every quarter to understand what is working and what's not working. And also keeping up with new technologies, right? We have a lot of partners that we work with that are creating some brilliant things that we could not develop in-house. But these partnerships give us capabilities, especially in the marketing space, that we've never had before. So I want to leave you with one quote. We are no longer doing digital marketing, but marketing in a digital world. And marketers need to embrace technology to keep ahead. That's it. Thank you.